Hello everyone, welcome to the 25th edition of the Spare Change Challenge. I've been playing a few minutes on these tables. I still have my cold issue, so I apologize for that in advance. If I happen to sneeze in your face, don't hold it against me. I've already been all in twice in like the first 5 minutes, so it's been an active aggro session so far. I got it in against Ace King twice on a shove. I had tens once and lost, and jacks the second time and won. So, yeah, I've had 3 big pairs on this table in about, 7 hands now? So that's pretty cool, although I am slightly down on the table overall. So yeah, we'll just get it going here. We're playing 10 and L still. We're starting the session just over $20 from the next level, which is 25 and L, which we plan to move up to at $150. We've been stuck kind of about 3 sessions just below being able to do that. I think it's good to check back this turn. We certainly pick up a lot of equity most of the time. And I think the majority of his range is likely an ace here. I do like his bet if he happens to have, like, I don't know, ace queen, ace jack, something like that. Because it kind of makes me unable to check back here, and it puts me in a kind of a difficult spot. I think I have to call, though, just because of the direct equity, and he could have just picked up a draw or something, so I could have the best hand here. So I have to call for that reason. I do think that I have to fold to a river bet now, because it's just unlikely that he's going to get called and then bluff. Now I expect to see like ace X here most of the time, and I don't think I'm going to get him off of that for one bet. Even if I overbet shove, he's probably just going to snap it off. But like I said, I knew I was probably good sometimes on the turn, so I guess I just have to go to showdown now. So, wow, he was trapping. He was going to check shove, hoping that I had a flush. I'm not sure where this music is coming from, because I do not have anything running right now, so I apologize for that. I'm going to try and figure this out in a second. Yeah, I guess I might have my stream running somewhere in one of these windows, but I cannot find it.
As if smokers need more
yeah, there's some kind of ad somewhere. It's kind of annoying. And I have no idea where to find it. I guess I can look at my volume controls. Let's see, volume mixer, here we go. Let's find out who the culprit is here. Huh. I don't see any sound coming from anywhere. That's really weird. I'll go through every tab. And of course now it stops, which is good, I guess. Yeah, that was a weird one, because I checked my Twitch stream that I have on Chrome, and it was muted. Not even playing right now. Whoops, we got 3-bet here. I guess this guy's 3-bet 2 out of 3 now. It's kind of a shit spot. Oh wait, never mind. What am I talking about? Okay, I'm just gonna fold, because I didn't realize this was, yeah, I thought I was in the small blind, so never mind. I was actually in the big blind there, and he raised under the gun, so easy spot. Yeah, I was distracted there, sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know what, I think that might have been just some kind of glitch. Like, I think that was probably the opening ad for my Twitch stream, but I had everything muted at the same time, so that's weird. I guess one may never know. I think I have to bet this. Well, maybe I don't. I'm gonna check this really draw heavy board back. I will bet this turn, however. I think I can get him off some ace highs, king highs, that type of hand. Maybe even some 1 pairs. And of course I'm going to be betting this river because now 2 straights are beating him, and he could fold something as strong as a straight. Unfortunately, he bets here. This could be a blocking bet with like a, I don't know what he could have. Could he have 9-5 here? It's like a blocking bet, like with 2 pair. I don't know, there's a lot of 10s in his range. I could see him having a 10 here, so I'm just going to fold. I mean, I have nothing, right? I guess those are the type of hands I should be sometimes shipping. But I'm not confident he even folds a 5 there, so. On the other hand, I'm not really going to try and bluff a bunch of calling stations today. Let's see if we can find another table. Oops. That's the one I was just on. I'm going to open this, and we're going to continue betting pretty big on this with this flush here. And we have to try and build a pot. There's no way to really slow play there, and we don't have any guarantee he's going to bet if we check, so just kind of have to bet, and hope he has something. Something worth calling. Worth calling to him. Yeah, this table looks kind of crappy. This one looks crappy. Kind of marginal here with the ace 10. I think I can flat though. ISO here and check shove down here. Oh man, took some Mucinex, but I don't think it's doing anything. Oh, those are just killing me. So I'm just gonna bet, protect my hand, build a pot in case I improve. All that good stuff. I mean, I could certainly see him checking back some kind of weak jack here. Apparently not. And this looks like a pretty terrible table too. So yeah, the games don't look that great so far. But we've been dealing, I don't know what it is about 10 and L. Is this like the level that people start at when they're seriously trying to build a bankroll? Because it's just ridiculous. I mean, I've played 50 and L on this site as recently as late summer, and it was not near as reg infested as it is right now at 10 and L. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that. But what the hell are we going to do? I mean, we got to get through it, right? We just need to run good 1 or 2 more days and move on to 25 and L, which I'm curious to see whether it is similar in its difficulty or lack of difficulty, or if it's actually a step harder or a step easier. I'm really interested. You know, sometimes that happens. You know, you get some of the micro stakes are harder than the higher stakes nowadays. Just obviously sample size issues, but I swear it seems that way sometimes. Nose blow break. I really like this muting feature that I have on my fairly new headset that I bought a couple months ago. Just got to do this, and I go muted, 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 not muted, not muted. Okay, that was a fail. I'm just gonna protect my hand with a 6. Where should I sit? Let's see what this guy's stack size is, and hopefully nobody ganks this seat. Probably this one, I guess? That bit of information. Okay, so we probably have the best hand most of the time, so what's the best course of action? Just bet, bet, check, call? Depending on the run out? Check call, check call, check call's a little dicey there. I can kind of get some timing tails by betting there rather than checking. Where's all the fish at today? Who took them? Did they all move to a different site? Are they all on Bet Online now? Because they can't sports bet here anymore? Or am I just not seeing them? Or maybe they're playing higher stakes. Who knows? Or maybe there's just less of them now than there was 6 months ago. Certainly a year ago, 2 years ago. Not gonna try that. I'll fold that. I have an 80-20 here. But he is where? To our left. Which, I mean, I'm glad to be on the table with this guy, but why does he always have to be on our left? Got a gutter ball and a dry board. It's a clear bet. I'm going to protect my hand on the bottom left with likely the best hand. Get some value from some hands as well. To get min raised. I guess. What are we playing? Limit here? Okay, so I'll fold that. Spike a 9 on the turn, which probably isn't good anyway. Wow. Flush draw on a pair versus 2 pair? Set? Or is that just guy just a play machine? Wow. This is a whale. King 5. I like it. We have a good seat. Did we get there? I didn't notice if we hit a 9 or a 6. I don't think we did. Not that it matters. Just curious. Nope. Didn't matter anyways because he had king deuce, so we would have had to have a 6. That was loose. What in the hell is he raising there for? Did he leave? Son of a... Oh well. That blows. Fed this guy a whole bunch of money. That's almost like a chip dump, but I guess they did have top pair each, so... Whatever. So we have queens. And a limp. We have a fish here. Guess we'll just do a standard 4x ISO. Build a pot. Make this guy pay the maximum to see a flop. Yada yada. I know we're gonna get called by at least one of these two guys, right? Or have one of them spaz out with like jacks, 10s, 9s, ace jack. That'd be pretty sweet. reasonably good flop, assuming he doesn't just have bid cards in his range. I think he's got such a huge variety of hands. I mean, we only have one hand. Do I bet on the bigger side? I think the bigger side is probably better. I want to set up more options on the turn for us in getting it in case a club spikes or something like that. Just going to ship the sevens. This hand doesn't play so well out of position. I don't get the opportunity to raise it anyway. This guy's going to play a lot of hands, so I may have just folded. Well, that's pretty tight, but probably sometimes just folded the queen nine there. But I don't have that decision because this guy raised. Alright, so not much happening right now, but maybe it will. Flop top pair. We have also I don't know, nothing. Not even a gut shot. We probably have the best hand, so I think just bet. I mean, it is three-way and we got called twice, but they are fish, so it does not mean we're not good here. So I think this is just a check spot. We're probably good most of the time when it checks down here. Wow, this guy's pretty passive. I may have to fold this. It looks pretty strong. Yeah, I'm just going to have to give this one up. Yeah, we'll have to take a note on that. Thank you, sir, for saving me some money. Well, thank you for calling, because I didn't have a decision there. I think just betting is best here. And I think we have to bet again. We want to set our price on our draw. Let's bet 34. And that's a pretty shitty run out. I think we just have to give up here. I don't think anything's folding, and I think that he just has it here, so we got a good price on our draw. If we had peeled off a straight there, we're definitely going to get some value. An 8 or 7 could have been good as well. We have 2 overs and a gut shot on a very draw-heavy board. I don't think this guy's going to necessarily bet a lot when we check, so I think we can take our free card by checking often here. Looks pretty passive, so I like to realize equity when you have potentially 10 outs or so, if you have that opportunity. And I don't see any reason to bet and rep anything here. Now we just have 4 outs, so I think this is just a fold. I am going to play this like I'm in the cutoff, so I'm going to 4x it here in the cutoff. I expect to get a lot of respect from these players. And probably just get off this table, honestly. I don't see any soft spots. Let's take our money and run. Wow, I want this seat here. Yeah, we'll stay on this table. Leave this table. Piece of crap table. This one, once again, I wish we were here. We'll just c-bet. And just rep the ace on this board. And check fold if we get called. This guy's been shown to be trappy, and I just think he's playing his cards, so we're just going to check it down. Will he even be beat here? Wow. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure if we knew his actual hand, we could have maybe tried to barrel off there, but with no equity, no backdoors really, and no confidence that he can actually ever fold that hand, I just think if we barrel off there, we're going to get called sometimes by that, but every time by an ace, weak ace. I think the ace is... Oh! Misclick. Well, that sucks. That is what they call minus EV, right there. Oh, wow. Such a plus EV spot, too. Guy's raising pretty wide. I have this guy behind me that can come along, so I think calling with the king jack offsuit is fine in this spot. And I think this is, with this guy's wide range, I think we can check raise this a lot. Even though we don't have any equity, I think we can definitely rep the ace here. And we'll be firing the river as well. In case he happened to pick up a queen, we can get him off that as well with a substantial river bet. We have a small sample. I think we can limp the ace king here. And we'll fold the king queen here. The squeeze, but this guy's shown to be pretty tight over 26 hands. We're probably leaving this table, actually. Yeah. We'll just, this guy has a random hand, so we're just going to bet if he checks. Kind of annoying because we have 2 overs and the backdoor flush draw. He's a pretty tight player. He overbets the pot. We only have our limp involved in this hand. We just have 2 overs, so I'm not going to sit there and draw against 2 pair. We turn a king, we're not necessarily going to like it, so... I mean, really, what card are we looking for there on the turn? Ace of clubs, I guess. Don't really see that many games going. We'll try... I think I've been on one of these. Yeah, but not this one, I don't think. Nope, both of them. Okay. We'll keep trying. Lots of 25 and L games as always. I think this is just a bet fold, bet fold, bet fold spot. Wow. Okay. I mean, obviously he could have something like king, queen, and diamonds here, but I think he might be ahead with that hand, so that's about the only hand I can think of that we're beating that would raise there. Obviously a good flop. And we have a very reasonably good SPR, what of about 4, so just bet, bet, bet. Comfortably just get it down on the flop if possible. Fortunately, no action. Definitely tightening up in the cutoff with this guy to our left. Only soft spot appears to be this guy, and since we don't have any other games to choose from, I guess we'll have to stay on this table. We don't flop anything, but we do get a very dry flop. I think we can bet this profitably in position. We get slightly plus EV. We don't have any backdoors, but we do have a queen, I guess. 6 could be good. Obviously, we're going to get donk bet into and have to fold. Donk bets suck unless you have a piece of the board or a strong hand, then they're pretty cool. Yeah. We'll see if he's doing this light or whether he actually has something here. I can't think of anything he would have that's 4-5 maybe. I mean, I think he's just got a 9 here, and I guess the way he played this, he probably needs to put it in. He's obviously beat, but he should put it in anyway just because he put 50 cents in already. And this guy certainly could have something like 4-5. But yeah, he's probably either had a 9 and folded or a bluff. Donk bet bluff. I don't give a lot of credit to donk bets necessarily. This isn't the worst flop in the world. We have blockers against hands that would like this board, and we have a gut shot backdoor flush draw. So I think just betting and taking it down is going to happen sometimes, and fairly often. See if we can get on catfish the table. Yes. We get one victim to call here, and 2 victims. That's not exactly the flop that anybody's looking for, besides maybe a blind calling range. We do have 2 overs and a backdoor flush draw, however. I don't think they're folding any pairs, but I also don't think they're raising any pairs, unless they exactly have a set. Hard for them to have 2 pairs. They certainly could have a straight. I mean, 4-7 is definitely possible in the big blind, but not really worried about that right now. I think we have a strong perceived range being in the hijack, so I think this is a good bet. So, only thing really raising here is like pocket 4s, the hands we've already discussed, maybe pocket 8s, but you know, I wouldn't put it past him. This guy's pretty tight. He could have that hand. It's a little, I guess because of our stack size, it's not horrible. But he certainly could have sets too. But either way, we don't have 2 diamonds, so we're not going all the way with that. We'll just give that one up. Getting raised a lot today, and a lot in general lately. Kind of annoying. We're supposed to be playing sorry, I lost my train of thought there. I don't even know what I was saying. Somebody's talking about bankroll management, that I have poor bankroll management. Well, you may think that I'm going off buy-ins for a full stack. I'm actually playing a short stack, so I have 20 buy-ins to move up for a short stack. And I moved down aggressively as well, so this guy raises again. Or is this a different guy? This might be a different person. Yeah, different person. I just sat here. This is really gross, man. I keep getting raised. I have the right price to continue, though, with my open-ender backdoor flush draw. I mean, if he's got Jack 10, I'm just crushed, but I think I just have to call for this price. Okay. That's a pretty good turn. Don't think we can fold now. Is there anything we're getting him off of that I can check shove against? Or do we just have so much equity now that we have to just get it in? I don't know. Go ahead and bet since this guy's passive. I don't think we can check fold on this turn. Just in case this guy just has like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what he could have. He could have a diamond flush draw. Well, he could have a club flush draw, I mean. I think I just have to do it. I mean, is there any hand he can fold? I don't think. We don't have any fold equity. We just have so much raw equity, we just have to put it in. If he somehow has us dominated with a flush draw or has Jack 10 already, it's just a cooler. If he has Jack 10, we have the diamond draw. I think we're getting called a lot of the time here, but if he can fold 10% of the time, I think this is profitable. I mean, look at that. The hell was he bluffing with? Maybe he had the bottom into that? Just a pure bluff. This is not supposed to happen at 10 and L, right? Very strange. Oh, so we end up with ace jack against us here, and we hold. That's cool. That's not a great table, so we're just going to leave. So yeah, I'm doing a specific bankroll challenge called the Spare Change Challenge. I'll drop a link in the description so you can look at my past YouTube videos that describe what's going on and what I'm doing. I wrote a book on 30 big blind play that also applies to anywhere between 20 and 50 big blinds, cap stack play basically. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to build a bankroll with a short stack, just to show that it can be done in today's games. I'll just give you that link here in a second. Probably can peel with ace-5 suited and a 4-way pot and defend my big blind. I think there's a lot of flops I can play with here. Certainly any flush draw. Ace isn't the worst, but not the best. Yeah, I just think just by the price we had pre-flop, it's ace-5 suited. It's fine to call with there. I don't think I need any more explanation there. So yeah, let me find this link here for you. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I think sometimes he's going to hate this flop, so we just got to bet our 9 high and hope that he has the low cards. Or 10 that he'll fold. Okay, gonna fold that, gonna lead with this. Or am I under the gun? I don't know. I'm gonna c-bet with that then. I have several ways to improve. He could definitely have like 10x or something here as well. Our ace could be good, our jack could be good. I just think I have to barrel. I think if we get called again though, it's a pretty clear check fold. I think he could have queen jack here sometimes, although we do have a jack. I think I just have to check. I just think he's going to show up with a king, like almost always once he calls the turn. But I like our barrel there. This table's not, unless this guy actually is 67-0. Let's see what he does this hand, and we may sit back in. Folds this time. I'm going to leave that table up for a moment while I find another table. Yeah. Going up to running up a stack from 750 to 266 somewhere. That's pretty sweet. I could see how it could be done on PLO. Isn't there a video out there somewhere where Durr took like, darn it, took my frickin' seat. It's annoying.
Oh, crocky.
Such a good looking seat too. Gosh darn it. Yeah, I haven't had anything close to that kind of run up. The best I've probably done is been down to like $5 at 400 NL and ran it up to like $500 before I left. But that's just one table, so it doesn't really count. And it's 400 NL, it's not 25 cent. That's a lot more substantial than running it up on a 400 NL table, because, you know, my first all in was like I quintuple up, you know, double up again, then double up again, and I'm basically almost there, so. To do something like that would be like, I don't even know how you would do something like that. Pretty awesome though. I can't even get 4 tables up today. I may be better off just playing those dollar heads up sit and goes. I don't know. Ooh, there's a seat here I might be able to get. Here. Pretty big 3-bet. Can't get that one, but I got this one. Holy cow, that's a big 3-bet. I guess he's not folding if I shove. So that's got to be like, what, ace-king for sure? Maybe jacks. Something he doesn't like to play post-flop. One of those hands he probably quote-unquote hates. This guy's probably been on the table a while. He's at $32. And I don't think there's any more soft spots to my right so far that I can see. It's only 4 hands, so I'm going to unclick this and just wait it out. We'll see what happens. I could call in the big blind with something like this. This guy's actually probably going to play the pot. It's pretty close. I think if I was guaranteed this guy would call, I would call here. It is only a 3x raise. I think I'm going to call. I'm assuming this guy's going to call a lot. Even if he doesn't, it's not absolutely horrible. I can win a big pot for sure. Not the greatest flop. What you gonna do? I haven't really been flopping that great in my speculative hands for a few days now. Probably should just quit calling at all. Well, that's not a good sign. Get folded to in the big blind on my first hand, so I'll click that. Maybe I just need to grind it out versus all these rigs for the last $20 or whatever. My hand is, I think, too strong to c-bet here. I know I want to build a pot, but I think there's a fair chance he'll bet if I check. I think I just have to bet now, and probably doesn't have anything, and it's over now. Sucks though, doesn't it? Yeah, it just sucks to flop that big and not get any action. I don't know what I could have done differently. I mean, min bet to induce, but whatever. 3-bet. And by the fish too. So why can't I have something strong there? Of course, he's probably got a range of like aces plus. Maybe not that strong, but definitely like jacks plus, I would guess. I got 44 hands on him, and that's like the first hand he's even attempted to get aggressive with. I like to check back on this spot, pick up some equity. I don't want to get blown off that equity. I think a queen can be good. I think a 10 certainly is going to be good. I like to hit a diamond on the turn. There's a lot of things good that can happen if I check back. Check raising is kind of a travesty because I probably have at least like 20% equity here a lot of the time. And I certainly can check back in an ace peel and I can bet and take it down as well, or king or something like that. It's not a great card, so I'm just going to fold. I'm going to play it a little conservative on that run out. I don't have any confirmation one of these players is a fish, so I think I could just check. And I'm going to get off this table too. Pretty ridiculous. I have one table left. It's not the best table in the world, but it has one fish. It's got to be the worst table selection session. I thought it was bad. I thought I've seen bad, but this is bad. We're just going to keep grinding. I guess we could play some 5-L. This guy gets aggressive again. Interesting. I think I just tried that one. Do this 9-handed table. Butt wrecker. Whatever it's called. I think this seat. Probably gonna get taken. Yeah, I guess I'll have to take this one. I was leaning toward this one anyway because they have these stacks here. I don't know. I hope that guy doesn't turn out to be the mega whale or anything. And we get on the table quicker too on this one, so that's good. Wow. I don't know. This guy just not like me or something? Or is he just happening to... It's more likely that he just happened to pick up two big hands against me in the same spot than him to be loosening up as a 58-17. We'll keep tabs on that. He does it like 3 times in a row in that spot. We'll start to think maybe he's getting out of line. He could also be on tilt. Never know. This hand doesn't flop so well, but I think I still have to open it. Not the worst hand, not the worst flop. 2 overs and a gut shot. Do we just check shove? Against this player, he's been aggressive lately. I don't know if this number is low for him. I think that's kind of a weakish, well, I don't know, 45 and a 62. It's not necessarily weak. I'm going to go with my recent read along. Well, since this guy called, I'm just going to fold. But I was going to shove here just because he's been aggro for the last 5 or 6 hands. I'm just going to go with that read. I was going to go with that read, but once he calls, I just think we have to give up. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Or maybe it's fortunate, I don't know. Yeah, he wasn't folding that, so we would have had to hit something. We would have had a lot of outs, but I doubt he's folding a pair there. So he's probably just hitting hands. I mean, as bad as we've run with him 3-betting us like crazy, we're down like $1, so it's not really a big deal. He's just going to give us the money here in a second, probably. I'll defend with the queen jack here. I think that's a good board to check raise. I think ace high boards in general on button raisins are good to check raise, especially when you have equity like I do. Like we could hit A spade on the turn, a queen or a jack could be good sometimes. He could be calling with something like 8x. I think just 80 cents will get the job done most of the time. I think any kind of improvement on the turn and we just have to jam. Yeah. I think that's going to work at face value often enough that we don't have to bluff anymore. I mean, I think it's just, we're just going to take it down there on the flop so often that we're not worried about it. I just don't think he's folding an ace. I'm just going to check it down. Yeah, he's probably not folding that at any point. There's a slight chance he does if we barrel off. Not sure if this table's good to sit on. Man, is that 3 straight times he's 3-bet my open? This is just a little weak to 4-bet with. I would certainly be 4-betting a lot of hands here, like suited kings, ace, suited ace, big ace, any ace probably. I don't know. I think if he 3-bets me this time, I might just have to rip it, assuming it's just he's not priced in. Maybe he just is 3-betting me because I'm a short stack. Could be. I don't know. I don't know whether he's 3-betting to fold or just to gamble. He could be just 3-betting to gamble, which means I probably need to be ahead of like a slightly average to above average range. Yeah, I don't know. This is why you want this type of player to your right. Let's see what stack size sits here. 3. Okay, I guess I'll sit here then. This is ridiculous. I mean, I've been 3-bet like 5 times on this table. I haven't had one hand I can play back at him with, because now the tight guy's 3-betting me. This is like the perfect hand to play back at this guy with. But unfortunately, I just have to fold it. Well, we saw this guy can fold to 3-bets, so maybe he can fold to a 4-bet. I'm just going to be patient here. Maybe I'm already playing fairly tight. My hand's too good to bet. I'm just going to check shove here. Try to get him to put some more money in with his bluffs. I highly doubt he has ace queen or king. He could have ace queen, but we're just beat anyway. Hopefully it's more like ace 10, king queen. It'll get stubborn. Wow, how does he have that hand? Wow, how does he have that hand? Doesn't 3-bet. I guess it wouldn't matter. I mean, ace queen's beating me too, so that's bad luck. Luckily, we just had a tiny stack to start that hand. That's a big cooler though, to get that flop when we're dominated. Not gonna happen that often. We should just be like way good there almost always. Just can't get anything going today, right? We'll just keep grinding. Mama said there'll be days like this. I'm just gonna leave with my gutter. Maybe we'll spike something one of these days. That's not bad. Take that. And we'll check call all rivers. Yep, definitely check calling that river. Everything missed. Fortunately, he doesn't shove his last 46 cents. Dope. Guess we have to fold. Well, wait. Uh, this table's not looking that great either. Son of a gun. Another marginal hand. I'm just gonna fold here. Ugh. So many marginal spots. I guess we can peel for 10 cents there with a king 10. Once again, a marginal hand. And we're not going to continue with dirty outs. Could sometimes be close if this guy called, but I think it's just a fold. Yeah, now that he raises, I'm not going to try and chase a queen there. I guess we would have had a double gutter now. So we'll just watch as an interested party, but not really going to waste our money there. I am going to third this one. I'll lead this one. And then we get raised again as always. Seems to be what's going on today. I'm not folding this time to this guy. So if he's got me beat, good hand, sir. Alright. I mean, do I just call and let him bluff again? I guess we have to. So now we're chopping with a lot of aces. We'll just check it down. Yuck. Well, at least we're chopping. At least we know he's raising with something now. It's not just complete air. Actually, I was disappointed when he checked back. I was hoping he would bet. That means we'd probably be good. And so I was asking about 9-8 suited. In the cutoff, it's definitely profitable to open. I have a pretty large database that shows it is. I do have some hands that are kind of marginal that I open in the cutoff. But that's mainly on sites where I'm being tracked. Just basically for Shania reasons, if nothing else. I guess I'll stay here because of this guy. I'm going to continue to a 3-bet here by shoving. This would be like the 4th time he's 3-bet me, I think. Yeah, but he doesn't. He just flats. I think we have to bet and get it in versus this guy. Yeah, I just think we have to bet and get it in versus this guy. If he has a king, it's just cooler. You know? We have all his 6s beat. Oh, wow. So bad. Oh, well. He's kind of afraid of a mid pair, but he should be folding that if we re-raise, so it's kind of unfortunate. I would leave this table, but there's really no other options. So I put my positional hold'em manager up for you so you can see my stats by position so far in this challenge. Yeah, I think it's much more likely this guy is, because I think he's 3-betting. Wait, what was the action in this hand? Yeah, I think he's 3-betting 7s a lot there, so That's why I kind of discounted middle pairs. I just thought either he had a king or we're beating him. You know? That's what I think is going to happen the majority of the time. We're either going to get 3-bet. Of course, I was stacking with that anyway, so regardless, we're going to have the same outcome. So all this time that he's been pwning us, like we're just running into topper ranges and having to fold, we still only lose one buy-in, which is only $3 over all those bad hands. So it only takes one good hand to get it all back. We get donk bet by this aggressive looking player. Can we raise fold? I don't think we can because an 8 might shove. Do we just flat? I think we can flat. Sometimes he'll slow down on turns like this one. Just don't give a lot of credit to leads like this. You can certainly just have an 8 here. He's not exactly... Well, I only have 6 hands on him, so I guess we can fold. He just pots it, so... I mean, he could show up with an 8 here sometimes. He could also have queen 8, which would really suck. I'm just going to fold. He bet a little bit too big on the flop for me to min raise, really. And I think there's too many hands in his range that we're beating that would jam for us to do that, so it sucks to raise fold in that spot. It's just a shitty spot right there. We've been seeing those all day long, so nothing new. This has been a really weird session. Every spot seems to be difficult. Every spot we get the worst run out possible, it seems like. We're getting raised pre-flop. People are getting in at light against us. People are raising light. It's like I'm playing 1,000 in L or something here, or 400 or 600 in L against a bunch of regs. That's the way it feels. I think this table is not fishy enough for a 9-handed table. I'm just going to leave it. At least we didn't get butt wrecked on it. To protect our hand, we're probably good here a lot. There's certainly some gut shots and draws that would continue here. Not the best turn in the world, but we certainly could still have the best hand. I think he's going to just check back with a lot of his aces when we get called on the when we check the river. So I think when he bets the river, he's either going to have the nuts or nothing. A lot. I really want to get off this table and try to get to this guy's left. That's a pipe dream though, right? I think with this player likely going to be in the pot, I think Queen Jack suited is a must play here, even though this guy raised so early and he's kind of short. There's just so many. This guy's just getting it in so light. It's marginal, but when you're, I think marginal is okay versus bad players. It's ace 7. Slight upgrade. We're going to fold it. See if we can get another table up here. Open this. And I'm drugged up kind of today. I'm not necessarily playing my A game, but I still want to get the 2 hours in. I think it's still profitable. And it's good to see a little bit of adversity every once in a while. I mean, we've been running. I don't know why I left this table. I'm actually going to post this table so good. This is one of those hate it or love it flops, so I'm going to c-bet. Probably a little light here with the 7-6 suited. But I just want to play pots with this guy. He 3-bets again. He 3-bets when I can't 4-bet. And he just calls when I can. It's very frustrating. Hey, this guy has literally 3-bet 4 times and it's been all 4 against me. And he's obviously not a reg. He's not going to have a HUD or something like that. So he doesn't really, not really making, like, trying to exploit me or anything. Either he's just had it all these times, or he's just specifically targeting me. I don't know which. But, you know, maybe I should just leave this table. It's just not a good spot, I guess. Can we profitably shove here? All of his heart draws bricked. We can rep a 5. I just hate to do these. If this was 200 in L plus, I probably could just ship it here. But I just don't have any confidence somebody's going to fold 9, 10, 9 here. Just going to play for value, I guess. I hate to tighten up so much that we're just a complete nit. He did 3-bet me with ace-8. Yeah. What did this guy call with behind? I think he called pretty light. And I don't blame him. This guy's 3-betting. Maybe he's... Okay, so now he left so I can leave anyway. Because there's really no other reason to stay on this table. Played it with ace-4. Kind of brave. Brave. So yeah, I'm just going to leave now. Go lick my wounds somewhere else. I think I have to c-bet on the bottom right. Try to get people off ace-highs. Three-way, I think they certainly could fold that. Although we have this guy, who maybe not be folding ever. Let's see, he has folded to a c-bet before. 1 out of 2. I think I'll just check this one, honestly, against this player. I could even have the best hand here. I think this guy's range is going to be fairly strong here. Include a lot of pairs and ace-highs that he may not fold for 1-bet anyway. This guy is just, this first time he's 3-bet. I'm just going to give him credit in this spot. Really, this just feels like, I mean, is this $3 on the table or $300? I guess we knew this could happen, right? That's kind of the point of this challenge, is to try to build it up in tougher games. The tougher games of nowadays. So maybe we've just been lucky so far, and now we're seeing the real nature of the games reveal themselves. I don't know. It's more likely that we're just running bad today and on a bad random. Not a big deal. Definitely got a c-bet with the ace-high because we're probably good a lot. And there's certainly turn cards that we can barrel. If we don't get check raise, which has been kind of par for the course today. I don't know if this table's worth staying on, but we'll do it anyway. This one is probably our best table. This one we have a sample size issue. Not going to do it. I'm just going to play for value against this guy. It's one of those boards that's hard to get to showdown, even with your top pair, and it's hard. I don't know that it's profitable to stack with top pair. So, I don't know. I don't know whether this is a bet or a check call or a check fold. I don't think it can be a check fold. I don't think it can be a check call, so I think betting is probably best. But I'm really not liking my hand if I get raised in the 4-way pot. So everything just got there. Well, a lot of things just got there. I mean, it's hard for people to have ace-queen, but queen-9 certainly there. We do pick up a flush draw, however. But there also are a lot of 2 pairs. So do we just call and see if we have the right price, or are we just committed now? I think we might be committed on this turn. I think it might be a check shove and try to get like a three-way all-in with equity. Because certainly a king could be good, a deuce could be good, spades probably good. It's just another weird spot that I've just been facing all day, but I have basically a SPR now of like 1.5, so I think we just got to put it in. I think we could actually be ahead sometimes here. No fold equity just seems gross, but the fact that we could be good here, I think we have to do it. So we are good. We were good anyway. So F this guy. Awful ballsy in a four-way pot to just bet some super dynamic board like that. I'm just going to bet small on the turn. I mean, I really just have to build a pot. Yeah, just hopefully he has a 10 here or something. Or maybe calls me with ace high. So he most likely has like ace high or something. I think he re-raises a 10. I think we have to try and get value from like ace highs and smaller pairs. So I think 54 cents is probably a pretty good bet here. Yeah, I just don't think he had anything but maybe ace or king high. We might have got max value anyway. We gave him a chance to connect with the board on the turn or river by betting small on the flop and turn. Well, it was nice to finally win a pot. It's been a while. I don't think we've lost a whole ton either, though. So we're probably down today, but not like disastrously down yet. Although, you know, still young. I still have an hour left or so, maybe a little less, 50 minutes. But we still have a lot of time to run it up. I mean, we could hit 150 by the end of this session, and then that first hour would be all forgotten, right? We're just going to keep everything out in front of us here and keep playing our game and see what happens. I think we can certainly still have the best hand here. I think a bet is in order. It's unlikely he has 6-7 since we have that, and we have equity now in case he does have a queen. We have potential. We have 6 outs for sure, I'm guessing. Yeah, if we got him to fold a hand like 9s or 10s there, which is not 100% likely, but possible, that would be a good thing. So our fish is sitting out. We'll see if he comes back. We flat up a gut shot on a pretty dynamic board. However, it is a monotone board, so I think he'll play fairly honest most of the time. I kind of like our chances of just taking it down on this flop. And we pick up a strong pre-flop holding. It's been a while. If you think about it, we have been, ever since we folded those 9s pre-flop, we've been pretty card dead. That's part of our run bad as well. 10-7, probably good enough. But this guy is pretty tight, so I think we effectively have the button here quite often. Oops. Yeah, but this guy's sitting out, I'm probably just going to leave this table. Unless he just happens to come back here in a moment. This guy tanking with like ace-10 here or something? Or he just slow rolled me, I guess. Well, no blood, no foul. The fact that he was considering, unless he was just like on the John or something, I mean, if he was actually considering folding that ace-king, I like our 3-bet shove. Surely not, right? People don't fold ace-king pre-flop. This guy would have to be pretty loose here for me to call with this hand. This guy didn't come back, so I am gone. There's a new one I haven't seen before. Birmingham. I wonder if that's Birmingham, England, or Alabama. It's probably the soccer team, I would guess. I don't know. Excuse me. Hope this cold goes away very soon. I am tired of it. I guess I could take a break, but I don't really want to do that. I'm trying to be productive. I want to keep the momentum going on this, although we seem to have hit a wall. I don't know whether it's because I'm sick or whether I'm running bad or whether I'm playing bad or a combination of all of those factors. Or it's just completely normal variance, which is probably most likely the answer. So this table could be fairly good. Got a 44.11 here, 39.15 here. We shall see. Guys also folded to a lot of c-bets. Doesn't necessarily need to have ace high here. I think he continues with his ace highs. Most people do like to continue with their gut shots. Unfortunately, I get raised again. We have to give it up. I think this guy's definitely a recreational player. This guy just comes in and pounds it. I think with the king-queen in position versus this player, I have to call this. He doesn't necessarily have to be ahead of me here. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. I don't believe you, but whatever. Not much I can do with this guy. I think it's just one of those hands where I had the right price and the right SPR, and I just needed a correct floppage or situation. Maybe I'm just not being very creative lately. Man, I'm just completely stopped up. That frickin' Mucinex, I don't think it did anything. It's just getting worse. Whew, it's annoying. I like to breathe. I don't know about you. Guess I'll stay here. Give this one a chance. Don't know anything here. This one looks okay. I see that seat open up on Elephant, where that whale is that was raising a lot. Or did he leave? No, there's a 92 VPIP guy on that table, I think. I think he's player 2. That's what I'm looking for. Elephant 2. Hopefully that guy stays there a while. I can get back on that table. Oh, so much pressure right here. Come on, Mr. 80-0. You know you want to do it. Thank you. Let's limp here. Gonna check back with 2 overs. And try to rep a lot of turns. Yep. Could ISO here, but this guy, I don't know, this could be, I don't know what to think of this. Not a fish necessarily. I'm not on the button, and this guy's Not the tightest player in the world, so I guess it's a fold. Guy doesn't have any cards, so I guess I can raise the 9 deuce diamonds on the button. Try to keep up the aggressive image. Apparently too aggressive, right? I don't have any reads and I only have 9 deuce, so I guess I can fold that. I thought the trend today was away from so much 3-betting. Apparently not at 10 and L on Ignition. I mean, I remember sessions back in the day, 5 years ago, whenever. You could play for 3 or 4 hours and not get 3-bet once at this level, especially. I mean, even as high as 100 and L, it's just people were not 3-betting. And that was the days when people were 3-betting a lot on some of the bigger sites like PokerStars or whatever. But for some reason, this was just a passive, call-y donkey site. And I guess maybe those days are over. But I still like the fact that there's pretty good high stakes action here. And there's enough, excuse me, there's enough rich whales, I think, to keep those games going. So I think it's definitely to your benefit to try and get there where the rake is lower and try and table select against those players. Oh, I don't know. Probably can fold this, probably can call this, probably doesn't really matter what the hell I do there. Let's fold this. I think we can lead a lot of turns here. I think we can credibly rep that board if he checks back and this guy does not bet. Of course, he's going to bet when he's, I don't know. Guess you kind of just have to have it on that board a lot. Okay, top pair. I guess that's good. Oh, maybe I need to get back to basics. Stop calling in the blinds and bleeding. Man, it's hit me like a ton of bricks. I just got tired. Yeah, I guess I have to lead. Probably have enough equity to get it in. Unless I run into a better flush draw. Hey, we won a pot. Just to assess our tables, I guess we'll stay here. I mean, the guys to our left, as always, but he's still a fish. We definitely, excuse me, we definitely like this seat. I think we're good here sometimes. Let's see. Don't really care for this game. I mean, we have a potential fish, but here he is to our left. I think this is a conspiracy against us. We almost never get position on a fish. What did he have here? Like a slow played king? Guess we'll find out. I'm gonna look. Let this guy turn his set. He had an ace. That's it all. You can't call a raise on that river with just an ace. What are you doing? May just ship over this limp with the fives. Or is this a post? Yeah, I think I'm gonna shove over 2 limpers. I think it's plus Ev. EV. I could see this guy waking up with 6s or 7s, but I think that's just a small part of his limping range there. But he's just limping a ton of stuff. If there was a huge whale in the blinds, I would consider opening this 5-6 suited. Whatever I had there. An open king or 10-8 suited, my favorite hand. Definitely going to bomb this flop with the set because there's so many hands that connect, or so many parts of ranges that connect. Just going to raise and get it down on the turn or the flop, whichever happens first. I'm not going to slow play on this board. Not a big fan of the slow play in general, but especially not in this case. So unless somebody had, what, 7, whatever, 8. If they have that, we have outs. So we are good. He had a pair and a flush draw. We had him drawing pretty thin there on the turn. Don't necessarily blame him for stacking. This is a hand where we could get it in behind, slightly ahead, or be flipping. I hate to give a free card, but I think the turn's going to be easy to play if we check back. So I'm going to do that. And now I'm going to bet pretty big on the turn because I think we can get a lot of hands to call us. I'm going to limp behind this guy's weird limp because I think this could be a trap sometimes. So if he has a strong hand here, I would like to definitely play this one. I guess I'll bet in position here when it checks to me. What do you think? Barrel off? Get him off 2 pair? It's hard for him to have a gut shot. I think I have to. I think he folds a king, a queen, by the river. Fuck. I swear, man. Really? Did he always have to have their gut shot? I mean, did he just have king, jack, queen? Doesn't he raise on the floor? Anyway. So my creative bluffs just are not working anymore, and I'm getting 3-bet. So I can whine all I want, I guess, or I just continue playing poker. I think I'll just continue playing poker and stop whining. This is really dry. I'm not going to get very many people continuing on this board, so I think I just need to let him bluff and just check. And I'll just bet for value and hope he has like ace 5 or something. This is definitely a check back to pot control and under rep our hand. And then bet turns. It'd probably go for a thin shove on a lot of runouts here, like a 3 river, 2 river, maybe a jack river, something like that. We can go for a thin shove. If he has 8-9, we're just beat. But I think we could try and get him to call with like ace 7 here. So I think I'm just going to make it look like a bluff and shove. And no harm done, he didn't have anything. I guess I have to fold. Gonna raise, not get tricky with my kings here. Elephant is available. Player 2 was a fish earlier. That would be the guy directly to the left, but we'll see if that plays out. Could be long gone by now. Don't you do it. Am I really going to get folds on this table? Okay. You know, it's not the greatest board in the world, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. I guess we just have to bet and get it in here. I mean, if you outflop me, you outflop me. So, you guys raising pretty often. I definitely could just call here. And go check call. Easy check call. And probably check call as well, because I think I'll check back a lot of his aces. I mean, I could see him value betting an ace, but I think we just have to call. Yeah, I mean, he'll obviously bet his two pairs. So I think if he has like ace 8, he just checks back. So I think I like our call there. It looks like a good card for him to bluff. So I think we have to just do it. It's just unfortunate that we had that run out. And I think check call is in order on this board as well. And there's a lot of ways we can improve. And he's going to fold his big ace cards on the river. He's going to hate our check call there. So check back here a lot and we just lead rivers and take it down. I guess he's just not going to do that. Yeah, once again, creative lines are not working today. We're getting the low percentage runouts today, I think. The low percentage decisions are happening. Because most of the time in that spot, he's just going to give up on the turn on that board with that turn card. So, okay. Maybe I'm thinking too deeply. Maybe I just need to stick to level 1 poker for a while. Level 2 poker, maybe. Level 2, I guess. There's no soft spot in the blind, so I'm just going to fold the Jack 9 suited. Fold the King 9. I'm going to raise the Jack 10 and the hijack because this player's in the small blind. This guy was raising every hand, but now he folds. That's the suck. Pretty good flop here. I think this is a good check shove flop. We have 2 overs and a gut shot. So that's what I'm going to do. And now we can just bet for value. Shove this. We're bet folding a lot of rivers here. I guess we could check call something like a deuce or, oh, I don't know. We're in a good spot here. And we hold. So we do double up there, that's good. And we're going to raise a little bit bigger because we have these 2 fishy players behind us. So I'm going to raise to 3x. I don't need to 4x it because I only had 22 big blinds to start. We'll just go with it. We get called by 2 players in the blinds and we get a paired board. So we're going to check back. And now we're going to bet the turn. Well, it's not necessarily for value, but it is for protection. And for value as well. We're going to bet small just to keep hands besides ace-x in. Obviously, the ace is not the best turn card in the world. We would much rather see something to connect with him besides an ace that beats us. I'm going to tighten up here with these players behind us. They look fairly aggressive. These players are tight, so I'm going to raise the queen 4. I'm going to lead. Yeah, I think this is dry. I'm not going to, I don't want to pot it. How about 15 cents? I got an ISO. I think this guy doesn't have to have a king. I think we just have to barrel off. We have no equity, but I think he just folds everything that isn't a king by the river. If he has a king, it's just freaking cooler, I swear. Because he should not have that many kings in his range for limping, right? It should be small pairs. It should be like suited connectors, which would have 1 pair on that board. This is not going to appeal with the 9-5 suited. Guy hasn't played a pot yet. I guess I could just limp. Try to induce something from him. And probably just take it down on most flops. Pretty good flop for our hand. Once again, I think he just has a 10 here a lot. Or something 5 maybe. I mean, he has a random hand, obviously. This is just so freaking weird, man. You have a random hand. I guess I should have just open shoved the flop and took it down. I mean, pre-flop and took it down. He just probably had 2 pair there or something. He's a pretty passive player. Kings again. Okay. Maybe we'll look like we're on tilt this hand. We just flat because this player's in the big blind. This guy's aggressive as well. Well, I guess no matter what we do now, it's going to look strong. I guess we just have to get it in. I don't see any reason to just flag. I mean, it's half our stack. It just looks too strong. Not that he's going to fold anything anyway. So, yep. The first time we've been able to get a big pair in today, pretty much, since like the first two hands of the day. So finally we get to get a big pair in pre-flop here, and hopefully have this guy dominated, and we win. Hmm. Yep. Okay, something about nines, man. I think that's the second time we've lost against nines with either kings or aces. This looks like a good table. I think I just have to bet this one. So sick. I just feel like I'm the underdog in every single all-in pot lately. If this guy checks, we can rep this. We can rep this board. Just gonna bet $1. He calls with a 9, just good call. Oh. Top of range. Again. Oh well. I don't think this hand flops very well, but I think against a poster we can open like we're in the cutoff here. This guy, no read, his first hand. I just have to call. Play a pot. I think we would be expected to bet a lot here, so I think we have to just hope he has something he's slow playing. Yep. Set down the drain. Nothing on this hand, so I guess we have to give up with our 43 cents. We do have clubs, right? Backdoor clubs. I guess we have technically 4 outs here, so 16% equity, which might actually be the right price with ace-8 here. Funny enough, we actually might have the best hand now. We're not getting anything to fold, so maybe we just check it down and hope we're good. I think a 9. A 9 would certainly bet here. Pocket 8s, 7s. There's a chance we're good, but it's unlikely. Yeah, we probably have 3 outs, so we'll just fold. Save our 43 cents for a rainy day. I think we could have just check shoved on the flop though, or check got it in profitably. I think ace-3 suited can be a ship. It's like the one hand right of the button that you can ship pre-flop. Yeah, we were pwned there. Ace-8, ace-queen offsuit, I'd be folding here. But ace-queen suited, that extra 3% equity makes the difference, and we can shove profitably. Uh-oh, says my client is attempting to reconnect. Okay, they reconnected. This table looks pretty horrible. Preliminarily get off of it. We'll open the queen-jack suited though. King-10 offsuit. I don't know, awful lot of multi-way pots for these guys being tight. I think this hand plays pretty easily. Bet for value. Bet the value on the turn. Wow, just raised right off the bat, huh? Didn't even screw around. So what are you repping here? Set, King X, I guess. I think I just have to bet in this one. Yeah, whatever. Too many bad turn cards for my hand there. I don't know, I might stay here now. Let's see how this hand plays out. This guy might be a fish. I think I have to rep the ace. These guys are pretty passive on this table. I'm just gonna raise. The only aggressive player is right here in the big blind, so we do turn some more equity. However, this guy just has a lot of aces in his range. Can he fold a king to this turn bet? I don't think so. So I think we just have to check. Fold. I think he checks back his kings and bets his aces anyway, so it plays pretty easily. I don't know. I think I'll stay on this table. Got a feeling this might be not quite as reggy as I thought. Well, I'm 83.67 on this table. What is this? Min raise, min raise, min raise, min raise. Do I just get away from this? Is there a chance this guy just calls now? If I bet 20 cents to win $1.60 with set odds, oh man, I think I have to take the chance. This is a really weird spot though. You don't see this very often. I think I have to fold the ace-9 suited here though. So weird. Now if this guy raises, it's really weird. Yes. Can you say yes? This is what we play poker for right here, right? Lots of ace kings in people's ranges. Aces for sure. Diamond draws. Do we slow play? I think we're committed here, so it's not really slow playing. We're just trying to get more people involved in it. So we'll just call. And we're committed. We don't really care if a diamond comes because we were committed already, right? So let's just call. And maybe one of these two continues with like King X here. Nice. This is awesome. Just gonna shift the 10-7 suited. So yeah, I'm just getting it in. Alright, safe turn. Unless somebody happened to have 3-4 here. We flop 2 pair like a boss, and hopefully we hold. We do. This could like never be kings, right? Oh my god. Oh. What's going on here? How are we beat there? That is so sick. Wow. I guess we have to stay here. I mean, that was pretty fishy play all the way around. How does this guy have 6s? I understand the king-queen. We opened, he min 3-bet and he calls. I guess that's okay. But it's just sick that he could have 6s there. I mean, I think this is most likely just like ace-king that's kind of scared. Because there was a min 3-bet and maybe even slow played aces or something. I don't know. But it doesn't surprise me to get set over set it. It's just, how are we running to get that flop and then lose on a clean run out, you know? We're running pretty bad to finally get that situation. I mean, that was a big pot. That was like full 3, 6. That was like a $10 pot for me, I think. That's a big addition to my bankroll. That gets us back in this game today. If we still only lose 1 buy-in, so it's not a big deal. But what the hell, man? Oh, so strange.
Oh, crocky.
Flabbergasted on how I'm running today. Yeah, we just need to keep weathering the storm, I guess. I guess we have to c-bet this. We only have 10 high. We don't have showdown value, and we can rep the ace and the king. I don't know if we can flat here. Domination issues. Can't shove, can we? I guess we can flat. Okay. This guy posts. Do I just limp here? No. I think I can just open shove over this guy's post. I guess we have to raise, and if somebody has ace queen or king 10, we're just beat. Right? It's just another cooler. What are you gonna do? Okay, we'll take it. Again, another buy-in. We're way ahead. Man, maybe we should just quit. I mean, there's nothing we can do about that, right? God. We have to rep this. Can I bet like 10 cents and he fold? I don't know. I think 10-cent bet is good there. Like a third of our stack almost, so. We're just trying to just get lucky here and run something up again. I think we doubled or tripled up one time. Doubled up. And we had a lot of equity on that hand. Lot of equity. So we had 2 queens and 3 kings, right? 5, so I had 90% equity there in the turn. Yep. Hate to say it, but I'm glad when this session's over. We have, what, about 18 minutes? Wow. I guess we're due for this to happen, though. I mean, we've ran pretty damn good this entire challenge, so I shouldn't be whining. We're just going to get it in with the 10s here. I mean, we got set over setted. We ran into 9s that hit a set against us. Man, could you give me many more outs? Seriously? Whew. How did we weather that storm? So that's good. We won that flip, so back on the road to recovery here, hopefully. That would have been pretty sick, but hey, if he's not going to flop a king or queen, that's like the best flop ever. So, okay. Let's go for 2 or 3 in a row here before we end this session. Man, that would have been so sweet to win that triple or double or quadruple up there. Still can't get over that. And we're down 2 buy-ins on this table too, and that happens. Wow. We're down 2 buy-ins here, a buy-in here, and a buy-in here. It's just like a pick an avalanche. We'll just get off this table. It's not a great table anyway. We'll just give them our 2 buy-ins and move on. So we're pretty much committed now in the big blind. If it's a 3-way pot, I think for sure. It's fun to play when you get this short sometimes because you lose a big pot. I'd like to try and run this back up. I mean, I could just reload, obviously, but I think it's fun to do this. Yeah, I'm definitely putting it in with 4-5 here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and just give him a set. Can I get some outs? Hell no, he'll just get quads. So I guess if we're going to lose, that's the way to do it, right? Oh, boy. At least he got max value, right? We get shipped on by this really tight guy. I guess we just have to fold this. I think 6 is a pretty standard fold in this spot for that price. I mean, I guess it all depends on how he got short. If he just lost like a couple big pots, I would be calling there, or just over shoving. If he's just a short stack to start, I mean, he's down a couple dollars, but he started as a short stack, so I'm just going to give him credit. I mean, he's not really an aggressive player, so I would expect not be doing that great against his range. Let's see, there's a 2-handed table here. Yeah, I guess I'll sit here. Currently open the Jack 8 suited. And we get like the primo c-bet board here. that shiznit. Not sure if this table's any good. Yeah, I have reads on all these people. It's just pretty shitty in general. We'll get off of there. This one's pretty much crap too, isn't it? So we'll just drop our buy-in and leave this one. We had a guy here, but he left. I think we were on this table, but we'll try anyway. My memory is crap lately. Here. Guess we'll never know. Took my seat. I was probably on that table anyway. Yeah, I don't think this is a good table. And we were on it anyway. Okay, check fold. You say it again. Maybe 2 times is the charm here. Comes the 3-bet. Okay, we can definitely operate with that board. What do we do? Just ship here? We're committed, so yeah, I guess it's best just to maximize fold equity in case he's bluffing. Oh, I mean, not in case he's bluffing. Wow, pair? Wow, it didn't pair. Holy crap! So he slow played, and we ended up in basically a flip on the flop. Flip flop, flip on the flop. So we get a little bit lucky there to hit our diamond, but an ace was an out as well. So screw him for slow playing. I think we can just float this board and just pretend like this is a check. Because we would have checked back often on this flop anyway. I think we just raise this turn. Might be a raise fold. We're just trying to get value from hands that will call and then give up on the river. Or, I don't even know what I'm saying today. I don't even know that I can say what I'm trying to say. So we're just going to check back. So you just have king high. So what I'm saying is when everything misses, I mean, the river's pretty easy to play. The 7's not the best card in the world to bet. I just think the majority of his range there is going to be air with draws. I mean, that's the whole reason I don't think there's much value on that river. Unless he just exactly had ace X, or he would call with the top pair. And this, I mean, the 7's got there. We have seen people check raise bluff on rivers with busted draws, so there's also that, right? Okay, so let's find another table. There's catfish. Are we on that table recently? There's elephant again. Yay, catfish. I like catfish. Can't get on elephant yet. We'll try in just a minute. Maybe we get something going here. Getting a little bit of lag in my client again. Got that reconnecting thing, so I might get dumped here. I don't know why I have so much lag. I'm gonna try reconnecting here. Okay, I'm back on AOL now, so maybe I won't lose connection. Yuck. I mean, I have top pair, but it's like, I'm never good if I get raised. So, I mean, 4-way pot, you would think people wouldn't raise just the jack, but I guess this is 10 and L, so I guess I have to assume I have the best hand again. This table looks like it's breaking. That's 2 full stacks, so. Give me a deuce on the river, and we will check call. Alright, gonna give up on this one. Yeah, try not to be too hard on me with my play today. I am sick. I know I've probably played pretty bad today. So please don't call me out on everything. I'd appreciate it. I really honestly can't remember much of this session. I've got like Mucinex, Dayquil. I don't even know what the hell else I took. But yeah, we'll play about, I don't know, 8 or 9 more minutes. I'm so freaking tired of this. I'm just going to open shove 8s. I'm tired of getting owned in raised pots. I think it's okay to do that every once in a while. I think it works even better against, I think it works really well against really loose players and really tight players. Because it looks fishy to really tight players, and they may call you wider than they normally would continue with, I guess. I could see him just like snap me off with deuces, whereas he's just going to call pre-flop with deuces if I min raise. People don't like to fold like ace-x hands. This looks like a decent table. I just was on it recently. I'm just going to go ahead and bet this turn and river. I think we're going to take it down really often here. With our 10 high. Like a boss. I didn't think it was that recent I was on this table, but oh well. Yeah. No games. I guess we'll pull this one back up because I think we can get back on it pretty soon. I'm just going to shove over the lamp here. Give me that seat. You bastard. I like shoving the ace-king just because you get somebody off small pairs, which is slightly ahead of you. And you can certainly get called by like ace-queen, king-jack, king-queen. I mean, we've been through this before. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, definitely shipping the jacks. We hit our quads. I don't know why I'm asking for quads, just because I guess I got beat with quads. I feel like I'm due. So due. Yeah, potential fishy player to my left. I'm going to sit out potentially. I'm going to see what this player does on the next hand. Well, I guess that's too small a sample. I don't know. It kind of looks like the only fish is here, so I'm not going to get in that trap again. I'm going to be more selective. I'm not just going to play tables because there's a fish directly on my left. I think it's the wrong way to think. I think it's better to get off and then try to get back on later in a better spot. Play less tables, but more quality tables. I think I put myself in a lot of bad situations today. I think this is just a check shove straight up. Or you could I could bet a third of my stack. But usually people that are flatting on buttons are going to be aggressive, so. Especially when they only have 22 VPIP. We get a really good spot here. Wow, and we somehow managed to lose that. Wow. Okay. Guy just snap. I mean, he's never, ever good there. At best, he's flipping. This is just like a horrible call on his part. He should be snap folding that because usually I'll have like a set over pair or at worst a giant draw, you know? So, yeah, it's just bad play, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm just bitter because I lost. That would have been nice to win. Get something going again. Am I on this table? No. That's right. Couldn't get on it. That sums up my day right there. Alright, so let's see here. Just running this in Poker Stove real quick. See what our equity was on that hand. I think it was a 8. Excuse me. So yeah, we had 52% equity on that flop with a queen 10. We were slightly ahead. It wasn't like a slam dunk. But with that turn card giving us open-ended, I just kind of gross to lose that. I think I'm just going to 4-exit here with the ace-jack suited. So we flop another set. I think we might be down after flopping sets today. That's what's kind of sick. And this is definitely not one you can slow play. I'm just going to ship. There's way too much going on here. And I think there's enough going on that we're going to get called by one of these two players. And this is a good result. Should be way ahead here. Or he'll have 30-40% equity. He has a huge draw. So yeah, we got him crushed. And if 10 had peeled there, I'm throwing my computer out the damn window and quitting this game forever. We get our money back here, and we can get off this shitbox table. I guess we have about 3 minutes left, so I probably won't get on another one. We'll get off of this one as well. We'll just take that last all in and make that our last big hand here, probably. And then we'll get to see the bad news today, because I don't know exactly what we're down, but if I had to guess, well, I would say $25. Between $20 and $25 would be a guess, because we lost so many freaking all-ins. I lost one of the first two. I guess it doesn't really matter to try and count them, but I think I only won. There was a stretch there for like an hour and a half where I won nothing. I maybe doubled up to $2 or $4 one time, or twice. $2 once and $4, but we lost every single all-in. So we probably lost 5 or 6, 7 buy-ins during that stretch, and we lost a ton of small pots. So I could see it being $20, $25, even $30 could be in the cards for us today. But it's okay though. We'll still be around $100. We'll still be within $50 of moving up. Hopefully we'll have withstood the downswing, and we can start back on the path. Hopefully with me not having a cold, the path toward rebuilding our bankroll. But who knows? We might get surprised and only be down 10 or $15 today too. I could cheat and just go ahead and look, but I'm going to wait and look with you. We'll do this and pull in the client. Wow. I'm actually very happy. We're down, well, actually, refresh. Okay. Is that right? We started at $129? $6? 2 buy-ins? Shit. So if we won that, I mean, any one of those flips or any one of those all-ins, if we just won, we'd have broke even today, even as bad as we ran. So I feel really good about that. We're still only $27 away from. So really, we just need one good run, good session, right? And yeah, I'm ecstatic about this. So I guess really nothing else to talk about, and my throat is killing me. And I'm very tired, so I'm not really going to talk much right now. I'm just going to go ahead and sign off. For those of you that are watching and have hung in there, those of you watching on YouTube, I appreciate you stopping by. I apologize for my coughing a lot, maybe not thinking straight, maybe not playing hands great, but you know, this is part of poker, right? You have to play sometimes when you're not 100%. You have to play when you're playing your B game. You have to fight through those periods of variance. You have to be disciplined. You notice I folded a lot of times where I could have just easily blown up and just put all my money in and dumped a couple more buy-ins. But it's just like money, the old adage, you know, money saved is money earned, right? So I think this session today was a very good lesson as far as that goes. But that's all I'm going to say. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. I may not play tomorrow. I'm not sure. It's my daughter's birthday. I have a lot of work in the morning. I won't be back until about her party time. So it just depends on how we'll have family over. So I may be able to play from like 4 to 5, 5 to 6, something like that. I'll try to. I may have to break my streak. I'm not sure. And if I feel like crap tomorrow, I may just go ahead and take it off as well and rest. Let's see how it goes. You know, I hope to play, but you know, I got to do what's right for me, the family, everything, you know, all that good stuff. So thanks again, everybody. We'll talk to you later.